Hi folks, welcome. 21st of May. 21st of May, welcome. Here we are in the studio. Nothing very spectacular to show you, but I'm just here making some tea bowls. These are 15 ounces. Yeah. Just 15-ounce tea bowls. I give them a pattern. This particular one, I use this. It's a butter paddle. I'm going to do one using this, my Joey Wade paddle. I'm going to do another one using this paddle. Okay, so stick around, join me for that. Yeah, that one I got to cut him off, lift him off, and we'll do a couple more. Yep. So yes, it's 10 to 6 in the evening, I'll tell you, and it's like really hot outside. It's May, as I said, it's May. Did I say it was May 21st? So very hot for this time of year. There he is. Let's do another one, and this time we'll put we'll use a different paddle. Well, while I've got your attention, before you abscond, in case you don't make it through to the end, I am taking orders on these Leach treadle wheels. Okay, if anybody's interested, give me a shout. Fresh batch of those wheels, about to start any time, so if you're thinking about it, give me a shout, get on the list. That's that. The other thing is Zoom, ongoing, doing Zoom classes. If you want a one-on-one individual Zoom class tailored specifically to you, then give me a shout on that score. As far as workshops are concerned, they're also ongoing, in-person workshops here in the studio. Come and join us for a workshop. The dates are on the website. Okay, I think that's about it really, all to say on that. So yeah, everybody's out on their motorbikes today, it seems. So yeah, 15 ounces of clay. These paddled forms, I want to make sure are, whatever implement you use, make sure it's wet before you hit the pot, okay? Yeah, these are kind of freely thrown. Not you know, I don't use a gauge. I don't measure them, I just kind of eyeball them. So you can do these with, you don't have to have a special paddle. You can use, I was doing a workshop once, I remember, and I usually take paddles along with me, and I forgot my box of paddles. So I had an idea, and that was, I asked the participants on the workshop if anybody had a nice a nice tread, you know, on the bottom of their shoe. You know, like some of these trainers that they have these days, they've got all these aggressive looking tractor tire type of. So somebody had an interesting design on their shoe, on the sole of their shoe. So we used that. We took the shoe off and we paddled the pot using the bottom of the tread of their shoe. It came out really well, actually. It was a really nice, really rather nice design. Okay, so I'll sort of set up the pot like this, and I'm going to take this paddle. So to do this, we want to put our hand on the inside, okay, and then we're going to smack it quite hard. Alright, it gets a bit bent out of shape, sometimes quite badly bent out of shape. I'll put that light on. So the first thing I do is always, when he's bent out of shape, try and get him back to round, you know, especially at the top here. Let's bring the camera in a touch for some detail. La 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 la. Right. So. Yeah, depending on how you hit them, sometimes if you hit them a bit aggressively, you bend them out of shape more than you really wanted to. And so now I'm going to go in. I'm basically going in like this to the bottom of the pot, and then I'm going to expand the pot. You see, with my left hand, gradually. You can't do it too much, all in one go. You just want to do it. So this, at the top of the pot here, I've got my finger like that, you see, because you appreciate, as you try and expand the form, the top of the pot also is going to want to open. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to control the top of the pot. As you lower down, you widen it. I feel it's getting a bit dry on the inside there. Yeah, quite fun to do these kind of pots. You'd be surprised how much you can expand them and open them. And there are no real rules to doing these kind of pots, I don't think. I just sort of like to go and have some fun, you know. Experiment a little bit with the form. Of course, these will be trimmed afterwards when they're leather hard. So there's that one. Cut him off. Lift him up. Put him over there. Right, let's grab another lump of clay here. Are we in the picture? I hope so. Yeah, okay. Right, let's do another one. We'll use Joey Wade's paddle. Okay. So with this kind of pot, I think it's better to have clay that's not too hard. You want a softer clay. Softer clay is more expressive than hard clay, and also don't have the wheel going around at 100 miles an hour, you know. Just keep it a little bit slow, revolving. Again, slower wheel speed, preserve your water longer, and get a bit more feeling into the work. I used to be a machinist before I was a potter in England in a helicopter factory, and my work was working a lathe, turning aluminium or aluminium, copper, phosphor bronze, you know, stuff for the helicopter components, bearings, bushes, so on and so forth. So, you know, and of course the lathe went round at a terrific speed. Well, a potter's wheel is a lathe, in actual fact. It is a lathe. Okay, so before using a paddle, what you want to do is just remove any kind of ribbiness that might be there on the side of the pot. You want it fairly smooth. So it takes the paddle. You get the design of the paddle. You know. Right. Now we'll do this. Right, now again we're going to right the top of the pot, get that back in sort of center. Right, now let's try and expand it. Depending on how much you thin out the clay initially, yeah, will depend on how much you want to do it later, or how much material is left. Because as you expand it, you thinning the wall of the pot. If you understand me. Something like that. So we'll just use my throwing stick here at the base to effectively wet trim the pot. As I said, these will be trimmed in the normal sense, you know. Thank you, by the way, all those people who did write to me making suggestions how to contact YouTube, how to get that kind of YouTube advertising money. A few videos back I mentioned it. People wrote to me, so thanks to those people. Unfortunately, we still have not had any success. So there you go. It's the trouble with this kind of world we live in now. You can't contact and speak to a real person. It's a shame, isn't it? Right. Let's pull back the camera. Then I'm going to show you some other paddles that I've got in a drawer. Right. Yeah, if people, a lot of people I noticed make comments, you know, on the video, on my videos. They're asking me questions, so on and so forth. If those people just wrote me an email, it would be easier for me, because I don't always go and answer all the comments on the channel there, on the channel page. So if you've got a question and you want a quicker, easier, better response, if you write to me, you know, through my website, simonleachpottery.com, just write to me and say, hey Simon, you know, I'm doing this and that and the other, and I've got this kind of kiln and la-di-da-di-da, whatever the question is. Then I'll better, because I kind of sit down. I don't have a cell phone, you see. So I do have an iPad, but it's very antiquated. And the YouTube app on my iPad it can't be updated or something because the iPad's too old. So everything is really slow. So I sit down at my computer, you know, on my laptop, and do it. But I don't do it on a cell phone. I don't own a cell phone. Neither do I want one. I'm free! I'm free of that, anyway. So there's just 3 examples there. 3 examples of different kinds of tea bowls and how you can paddle them to get that kind of effect. Alright? So have a go. I'm now going to take you over to my top secret drawer. I'm going to show you some other paddles, which is not top secret because I probably showed them to you already before at some point. Hang about, let's get a light on here. So in this drawer, paddles. It's just to quickly show you, really the purpose of showing them to you is to inspire you. Okay, just to show you, these are some paddles like this one. Some of these ones I've made. Some of them will be given to me. Just a piece of wood with some machined grooves in there. Ooh, what's that? Some noise. This is carpet, stopped carpet slipping. That Hessian on the back of that paddle, holes there. There's no shortage of using your imagination here. Look, this is it's a silicone rubbery thing I got up the hardware shop for grabbing hold of hot saucepans. I thought, I know, I can make a paddle out of that. Here's some of that shelf liner stapled onto a paddle. Ooh, look, what's that? That's an ozone plate, but I thought it might leave a rather interesting pattern. Woo! Corn on the cob, maize. So that gives a kind of a nice, interesting effect. Somebody gave me this. This is that cane seating stuff, you know, for chairs, whatever. So I hope you're getting some ideas here now. Huh? This is one of my regular paddles, but it's got some of that that matting. What do they make that? The name's gone out of my head. You know, that cold food, the rice stuff. They roll it up in a. God, I can't think of it. I cannot think of it. Yeah, so yeah, you'll see things. Sushi mat. This is an old cactus. Somebody came on a workshop here, brought this from Arizona, I believe. So you get ideas, don't you, from things that you see out and about. I was going to I got one of these guys the other day. I've you know, it's a back scratcher, but I thought I could hold that against the side of a pot and see what it did. You know, just as it's going around wet, apply one of those. It would might leave an interesting mark. Similar maybe to, well, not quite the same, but same idea. Beer bottle cap, you know. That gives an interesting. Do I have one here? I thought I had one. That's not actually one of these. On that jam pot that's hidden back there. That's something different. That's one of my other impressing wheels that I've shown you in the past. Anyway, the idea is get inspired, get creative, get thinking. Don't just buy generic stuff off of websites, people. That somebody else has made for you on a computer and then laser cut it out and then you buy it and you think you're being creative. That's not being creative, not really. So go look around, open your eyes, think texture, think, you know, all the things that you see around you in everyday life. Just think, what would it look like if I took that and pushed clay into it? You know what I mean? Okay, maybe some triggers there to inspire you. Okay folks, say thanks for joining us. It's just a quick video, just doing some of those guys. I've got a bunch more of them over there on the table and they're all ready to be trimmed. Maybe the next video I do will be doing some trimming. Thank you for watching. Keep practicing. Lots of love. I'll see you later. Bye for now.